Hey, this is Pastor Robert with Changing Your Globe today. That's right, Changing Your Globe. This is my message for you for the new year 2022. First off, I want to say Happy New Year that you are here into a new space. To God be the glory. We thank God that has kept you through the year 2021 and now we are into a new year. So welcome aboard. But I want to share with you something briefly as we are into this new space. Now, there's always an excitement about the end and the beginning of seasons, particularly the end of years and the beginning of years. This is not new. And you see, wisdom guides, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing for you, is to bring in the space of where you're able to live and operate in certain wisdom and knowledge about life. Because you see, if a man keeps on doing the things that have been done before the wrong way, but expecting to see success in a different way, it does not work. The two can't align, they can't really work. So it is important for us to know that this excitement that we are seeing, if you meet everybody right now, I'm recording this on the 1st of January 2022. But if you happen to meet anybody right now in this time, 1st, 2nd, 3rd January, the first week, everybody is upbeat about, which is really good. It is really, 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 really good. But whereas it's nice and it's awesome to feel positive, to feel encouraged and all build up and upbeat and, to face the new year, it's also good to follow that up with the right wisdom. Because for years and years and years, people have been acting this way and many have not gone far. Yes, nations have been acting this way and they have not gone far. Communities have been acting this way and they have not gone far. Churches have been acting this way and they have not gone far. So we must ask ourselves the hard questions. You yourself, you must ask yourself the hard questions. Nobody will ask them for you. You must be able. I am very result oriented. That's the problem with me. I am very result oriented. I check everything that I do. I examine it. After a long day, after a program that I've done, a program for a week, for a year, for whatever, I would want to look at it and ask myself a question, is this working? It doesn't matter how convinced I am. But is it really, really, really working? You put it to test. Because nobody would want to just do things for the sake of doing things. Sadly, that's where we are. That we are caught up in this maze of where we do things because, sometimes we don't know any better. We do them because the people above us are doing them. We do them because the community where we are is doing such. We do them because the culture that we belong to tells us to do so. We do them because we grew up and mother was doing that, papa was doing that, father was doing that, uncle so-and-so was doing it. We do them because we read it in a book somewhere. But we've not put these things to test. You must be able to examine, to put certain things to test. It's important. It's critical. You must really get alone and ask yourself the hard questions. This way which I'm going, is it working for me? If I continue going this way for the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, where am I going to be at? It's not enough for us to just say, oh, you know what, I'm going to make it. Yes. You must ask and come up with the right answers to the right questions. This is your Changing Your Globe, and you are saying success the right way. Yes, it's possible for you to see success the right way. All right, it's very possible. Very possible. And you are, I tell people that man is designed, man is created with everything in him and in her to see success. That's right. You and I are fashioned, are designed, just like you see cars are designed to move. If the car is not moving, then there's a problem. If the car can't drive, then there's a problem somewhere in the mechanics, okay? And when you get the right, mechanic, he can fix that and the car gets to be on course. Airplanes are designed to fly in space. Now, cars, apparently, the ones that we know, the traditional whatever, the automobiles, we know they are designed to, drive on the road. Of course, the future tells us we're going to have flying cars. That's for another day. But at least we know every flying car, if it's to get in that space, it must have some mechanics and engineering that is almost close, even the same to the airplane. So airplanes fly and cars drive and boats, get on the water, and we know that. So if there is a problem in any of these machines, then we know there's a problem somewhere, okay, which can be fixed, and then it gets to do what it's designed to do. You and I, humanity, is designed for success. And when we begin to succeed, it shouldn't cause one to become like, oh yeah, I'm something special. No, you are not in any way special. We are designed to succeed. God have mercy. This helps us that once you begin to get into those moments of success and greatness, you don't get overwhelmed as many have become. Some people have been drowned by their own success. Some people have been suffocated by their own success and greatness. Some celebrities, quotes and quotes, who rose into fame and they didn't know what that was. They smoked the pipe of fame and they got drunk with it. They got high with the pipe of fame and they couldn't think sober anymore. And they lost their lives. They lost wealth. They lost money. They lost property. They lost so much. Even their names came to nothing. So you must know, as this year is beginning, you must know some very fundamental truths. One that I've just spoken about is that you and I are designed to succeed. God has put everything in you and in me to succeed. He's given us a brain. Even when you have one hand, success isn't by one hand. There are men even without hands, and boy, they are succeeding in this life. Okay, so having said that, because I want to keep it brief, for you today. So having said that, it's important not to just say, oh yes, it's a new year, boy, I'm going to make it. Boy, I'm going to make it. It's not enough. Is it bad to speak like that? Oh, it's awesome. It's good for your soul, It's good for your soul. But we must be real. We must be practical. Okay, this generation has been fooled and made excited by, and here's the danger, is that some people won't tell the truth. They'll give you here, but they won't give you this part. You see, they won't tell you, even when they share their house and all of that, there are things they don't share with you. I'm telling you. Now, that's why here I told you that we believe in success the right way. Success the right way. Some men have succeeded the wrong way, but when they are sharing their success, they are sharing as if they have made it the right way, and that's why the problem is. There are things they have done, and they won't talk about those things, but they will give you the one which will make you, it makes sense. Now you go put into practice, and the thing doesn't make sense. You're like, it doesn't work for you. You're like, how did he do it? But there's things he can't share with you. Now, let me share with you something very important that you need to work out with this in the month of January. I love the Bible, and in the Bible there is a wonderful story. Jesus, speaks about a parable and says, actually not even a parable, it's a teaching, and says, he asks something in the book of Luke. If you're a Bible reader, please get into that and read it. If you don't have a Bible, grab one, find it online. If you have a smartphone, download something, a Bible app. Even when you're a Muslim, please get it. It will bless you. Okay, I love a whole lot of the Bible. And among many books that I read, I love the Bible. Okay, this is Luke 14 in verse 28. Jesus asks and says, he says, for which of you, let me use here, okay, he says, for which of you, intending to build a tower, sits not down first, counts the costs, whether he has sufficient to finish it. Now the tower is like your life. The tower is like your aspirations, your pursuit in life. This year everybody's going, oh boy, I want to do this, and we have the lists. We make the list, and sometimes we pin it somewhere, and our beautiful stuff, we pin it in our living room, in the offices and stuff like that. We put in the books and whatever. We write these things on our iPads or notepads and stuff like that. Now, and that's nice. That's nice to write what you want to see, what you want to become, what you want to do in the year. It's awesome, especially in the beginning. All right, it's awesome. But as we do that, do we just stop there? Because years are not just made up of years. Years are made up of months. Months are made up of weeks. Weeks are made up of days. Days are made up of hours. Hours are made up of minutes. Minutes are made up of seconds. Seconds are made up of microseconds. Did you get it? So before you come to the whole year, you're going to go through microseconds and seconds and minutes and hours and days and weeks and months. When you do not learn how to maximize this beginning, if you don't maximize your minutes, all right, and your hours and your days and your weeks, if you can't have your hours, if you can't have your days, if you can't have your weeks, if you can't have your months, you can't have the year. That's how it is. But you see, humanity has been into this game for too long. The whole idea of the fireworks and the excitement is because, oh boy, we've come to the end of the year. And then they begin, oh man, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, right? We see the year as a big piece. That's why when January moves, begin to move first week, second week, people are a bit relaxed, Then as they come to March, April, they're like, oh, the year is going. Then they begin to wake up. It comes to June, we are halfway the year. You get it? By the time they wake up, some people wake up when it is August already. And it's running. Before they know, August, September, October, oh my goodness, the year has come to the end. Why? Because they thought they had too much time. They saw the year as a big thing. You miss it. You have to be able to break it into spaces. So yeah, we must be able to break up that which seems to be big into spaces which you can be able to measure, follow up, so that as you manage the days and the weeks and the months, without you knowing, you end up managing and affecting the entire year. That's how it works. Let me continue to read you something over here, where I was reading you in the book of Luke, in chapter 14. He says, I was preferring this version though, so let me read up there, okay, and it will bless you. So again, he says in 14 verse 28, this is the book of Luke. Like I said, if you're not a Bible reader, please get your Bible. It's awesome. Okay, let's get to this. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sits not down first, count the costs, whether he has sufficient to finish it. In other words, you want, like I said, the tower is your life, is what you're pursuing, what you want to become, what you want to do. You don't just get on it as it is. You sit down and you count how much does it take. What does it take to do that? Interestingly, in building, in construction, in much of these things, in businesses, people do it. Nobody begins a business without counting, how much do I need for my renting spaces, for my capital, for this, for taxes, for registration, for all of these things. People, they count those things. But when it comes to life, people just get into stuff. Somebody wants, they say, I want my life to be a success. I want to be influential. Okay, there is a cost for that. Because you see, you must ask yourself a question. Most people, they want to live life in an easy way. Somebody wants to wake up whatever time they want to wake up. People want to enjoy their food, want to enjoy their sleep. The reason why we have much obesity in the world is because people want to eat, pretty much everything. People just want to enjoy, and they will tell you, come on, allow me enjoy my life, They will tell you that. Give me a break. Let me enjoy my sodas. Let me enjoy this thing. Let me enjoy they think it's just for a moment. They do not know it's building up. They don't know the soda they took the last 5 months. It's building up. one soda becomes 2 sodas, 3 sodas, 4 sodas, 5 sodas, 10, 20, whatever, and the number can't be counted anymore. The sugars they keep on consuming, and once their ages come into when the built up has really built up, before you know, then they're checked, then you have this, you have that, you have that, you have, and you wonder, when did this thing begin? It didn't happen in 1 month or 1 week. No, it was building up. It's the same way you can build up a life of success. You reach a level and man, you are influential like nothing. And boy, your finances have stabilized like nothing. It's a build up. But most people, I want to read you something. I love the Wright brothers. Okay, the guys that invented the airplane many years ago in the 1800s. Look at this. They were born in the 1800s, passed out around 1900s. Even before we had the internet. So I love those guys. I am fascinated by their lives. But they spoke something which is very powerful. They said, if a man is only focused at the immediate results, and that's all they focus on, that man will end up becoming a fool. They said it's a fool who focuses only on the immediate, doing the immediate thing, wanting the immediate results. It's a fool who does that. Something happens, they respond to it, and they want results there and then. But when you are wise, when you begin to walk in wisdom, you understand that you begin to respond to things not because you see them right away, but you begin to project them. The reason why some people are going to sleep at the beginning of this year and throughout the year, because some things to them, they seem to be far. They're thinking, we have a whole year, it's big. Oh, December is far. December is not far. We are in January, but December is not far. It's close. So when you are able to project, to begin living and working, putting things into practice as if December is now, you'll be amazed how things will work for you. You'll be amazed how your finances will get in line, how your health will get in line. You're given a month. You don't see your month as something. No, you don't do that. Recently, I went through something over here. It was a health something for me, and boy, it worked. It worked. It really worked for me. Up to now, I feel like my body is like, it's great. It's awesome. So the thing is, you must be able to follow up. Then he says in verse 29, he says, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, and behold, people, begin to mock him. That's what happens. That a person, gets into something, they have not counted the costs, and along the way, you have people, oh, I am this, I am that, I am this, I'm going to be this. And people hear you say that 1 year in, 2 years in, 3 years in, and they begin to wonder. Really? Is he okay? Is his mind okay? Because you are saying things, you want to do things, but you're not backing up with something practical. You're not aligning your life to that which you want your life to be. You say you want to. Some young men, especially these days, oh, I want to own that car. Do you know what it takes to own that car? It's easy to own it. It's easy to buy it. It's easy to have it. But do you know what it takes? Have you counted the costs? I want to build this house. Okay, awesome. I want to travel the world. Awesome. But do you know what it takes? I want to have a business which is all over the world with branches and this and the other. Yeah, but do you know what it takes? What does the person who wants to become that begin to do now? The man of tomorrow must be the man of today. Do you catch it? The woman of tomorrow must be the woman of today. We must see you now. You who's going to be tomorrow, we must see you now. What are you doing now that shows you are going to be that one of tomorrow? Because tomorrow ain't far. So he says, okay. He says, 30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. People begin to laugh. Or he says, what king goes to make war against another and he doesn't first sit down to consult whether he has enough people, soldiers, to go combat this other man, enemy who has come his way? He says, lest he begins to fight and he discovers he doesn't have enough people on his side. He doesn't have enough soldiers in his camp, to combat the one who has come with thousands. So before you engage into anything, do you have enough? Before you engage into business, whatever, do you enough? Have you taken of enough research and wisdom? Have you worked on your networks? I know networks grow, yeah, but in the meantime, have you worked on the beginning of the networks? Have you worked on your system? How have you been treating people? You won't just wake up one day and you begin to bump people's office how you need their help. You must be able to cultivate and organize your life so that in the event when you need them to come through, they'll be able to come through. To be easier. But you're going to pay a very hefty price if you do not right now manage your relationships well. Listen, the people whom you don't call for a whole year, you can't just bump into them in November, in August, because you're stuck. You need them to bail you out. No, they have others in their circle too, who they have been relating to. Before you call somebody, don't think it's only you who's calling them. There's others again who are calling each other. Have you ever thought about it? Before you bump into this person, before they didn't come out for me, they didn't help me, they didn't do this. Okay, you forget they have a circle. So how have you been managing your circle? Some people, they come out of their own circles because they feel it's okay. Then they only bump into them, come back into them because now they want people to come for you. That is selfish. Wisdom guides to honor relationships. Okay, I've said enough. We'll keep on sharing these things. This has been my first sharing for the new year. Keep following, keep liking the channel, Changing Your Globe, and more will be coming up as we share about this, how you can see excellency, success the right way, how you'll be able to change your globe in the year 2022. It's been Pastor Robert coming to you today with Changing Your Globe from here at Global Changers Mission. Okay, thank you for listening to me. Make sure you don't miss the next episodes coming up. If this is part one, I don't know. We're going to have a lot of things coming up soon and very soon. All right, blessings. Go out and change your globe.